Catholic Cemetery, Jenny Metelka, Family Service Representative and Site Coordinator, and Maintenance Supervisor, Brian Mick. Hi, guys.
Thank
Hi.
you.
Thanks for having us back.
Yeah, I drove by yesterday, and it looked like you were having a very busy day, Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's one of the more popular ones. Yeah.
This weather, though, you must be pretty challenged with as much rain that we've had.
Yep, it's held us back in some aspects, but we'll get the job done as we do every year.
Well, the first summer holiday is coming up, and that, of course, is Memorial Day.
Yes, sir.
And what do you guys do at St. John Cemetery for that?
We actually celebrate Mass right on the cemetery grounds. This will be the 62nd annual Mass held at the cemetery, and all are welcome to join. It is a very beautiful Mass, as you can see here. Local veterans from the was it Richard F. Smith Post will actually host military honors that day, followed by the Mass itself. We always hope for good weather, and we've always been lucky in the past. We do recommend anybody that does bring a lawn chair, as seating is minimal. We've had up to 350 attendants the last couple of years, and we hope to keep growing that on a yearly basis.
I had no idea it was going on for over 60 years.
Yeah.
The altar, though, that's new, fairly new, isn't it?
It's newer to the cemetery. However, I believe it's been there approximately 40 years.
Oh, right.
It was donated by Denoyer Funeral Home.
Well, that makes it handy. Is
Yes.
it the only time there's a Mass that's done at the cemetery?
Yep, just
Yep.
the one time a year.
Our Wreaths Across America event is held at the altar as well, but not a Mass, just the wreaths ceremony.
And this, of course, will be on Memorial Day.
9 o'clock in the morning is our start time. The veterans will open with their military honors, followed by Mass said by Father Chaz Canoy from St. John the Evangelist Parish.
Who's known for the longer sermons in the area.
Beautiful sermons, yeah. He'll do
Yes.
us a good one, I know, for
Yes.
Memorial Day. Yeah.
He's a great speaker.
Yes,
Yeah,
he is.
absolutely.
I think his First Communion homily clocked in at just over 30 minutes.
Wow.
But he had a lot of important things to say.
No,
Right?
yes,
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And while he's got them, that's when you deliver
absolutely.
that.
Yep.
Right, absolutely.
So what's new at the cemetery this year?
We will be enjoying a few new upgrades this year, along with a couple of statues. We're in the process of purchasing a new columbarium, which is a very unusual word that I just lost half the audience on. Columbarium is an above-ground structure. It's a beautiful structure, completely made of granite, that houses cremated remains. So it gives you an option over traditional burial in the ground. So we will be adding, that'll be our third at the cemetery. So we've got the addition of that along with a fallen soldiers memorial. They have similar ones in, I believe, was it Brooklyn and Grass Lake?
In Concord.
In Concord. So we are lucky enough to have the fourth landing at St. John Cemetery. And St. Stanislaus Church will be donating a St. Stan statue at the cemetery as well. So we hope to unveil all of those at some point this summer.
Now, where are these columbariums located? Are they at the main building?
They're directly behind the main building on South Street, and the memorial and the statue will be placed in different parts of the cemetery, one in the old part and one in the newer part.
How much room does the cemetery have?
We are currently maintaining somewhere around 45 acres.
Oh, wow.
Yep, the cemetery itself owns about 80 though.
So you got room.
Oh yeah,
To grow.
for hundreds of years.
Yep. We're looking at expanding part of the undeveloped acreage for green burial. That's another project that we're working on to hopefully unveil here soon, to offer people of the Jackson area or surrounding areas that option for burial as well.
What type of burial?
A green burial.
A green burial?
It's getting popular among other cities, especially larger cities.
West Coasters?
Yes, Ann Arbor even. Green burial involves a lower impact on the environment over traditional burial. It involves zero embalming and no harmful chemicals or alien material put back into the earth. I agree, encourage anybody that might be interested in a green burial to do a little bit of research on it, because it is a really neat idea. And to keep up with these traditions, we're trying to modify and adapt as a cemetery to provide these services to people that may want them.
Well, I had never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, now that you explain it, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the Wreaths Across America, that's another event that grows every year.
Yes, it's, third year now?
This will be our third year. This year it'll take place on Saturday, December 14th. The opening ceremony is at noon, and hopefully we'll be back to talk about it as it approaches. But we are taking donations already at jacksoncemetery.org. That's our website. People can go to donate wreaths, money for wreaths, starting now.
Yeah, how did you do with the fundraising last year? Did you meet your goal?
No, we did fall a bit short. However, it is a big task, as our cemetery has 2,200 veterans buried at St. John. So it is a large task, but we did get close. But thankfully, with the help of some volunteers, the amount we fell short, we actually were able to make swags, which is just a smaller version of a wreath. So we were able to cover all 2,200 veterans with something, and we'll hope to meet our goal this year.
Yeah, that amazed me. I think last year you told me that that's the number of veterans at St. John's Cemetery, and that's just amazing. I wouldn't have guessed there's that many graves in the cemetery.
Yeah,
Right.
it was quite overwhelming as this event unfolded, and we actually got the count in, an accurate count that was well above anything we had originally thought.
Well, let's start the fundraising right now for this upcoming December's Wreaths Across America, and make sure that every veteran in the cemetery is honored with a wreath.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the event itself has grown in just the couple of years we've done it. We had a beautiful, beautiful turnout this year, and the weather was much more cooperative than the first, and it was just an amazing sight to see people of all ages, families, children out placing these wreaths, and it's an event we like to grow as we go further.
Awesome. All right, so we'll also hope for nice weather on Memorial Day,
Yes.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
and just come and park on the grounds
Yep.
on Memorial Day.
Yep. Bring a lawn chair and have a seat, and Mass will be about an hour. And it's a lovely day.
Yes,
It really
yeah,
is.
great way to honor our fallen veterans. As always, nice to see you both. And
You
we
as well.
Appreciate you coming in today.
Thanks
Absolutely.
for
Thanks for
having
having
us.
us back.
Thank you.
From St. John Catholic Cemetery, Family Service Representative and Site Coordinator Jenny Metalka, and Maintenance Supervisor Brian Mick. Well, next on the show,